Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday. Lovely sunny day here at Crafters Towers, and we have got a brilliant day lined up for you. Kicking things off with this masterclass where we're going to be down on the farm. We've got actually one of my, I don't know why I did that thing. It's a party farm. We've got one of my favourite collections of the year so far. We brought it back for you, the Farmhouse collection. We have got a mega bundle for you today, which if you haven't seen yet, I have no doubt you are going to be jumping in for. If you can't stretch to the full mega bundle, we've got smaller bundles for you to get your hands on as well. But it really is super, is this. Dies, stamps, embossing folders, paper pads, vellum, and more. I think you're going to truly love this. And I'm so pleased that the lady I get to spend the rest of the day with is here. I feel like I've not seen her in absolutely ages. She's one of your favourites, I know, as well. The lovely Jan is in town. How are you, Jan?
I am fine, Ben. Yeah, we were just saying beforehand, it's been a few shows ago since I last saw you, hasn't it? Yes. But yeah, back again. I had a week off, had a nice week's rest, spent some time with the family, enjoyed the sunshine, and now I'm back into full swing again. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I've got a few samples to show you just to give you a hint. If you've not seen the collection before, what's in there, and it is all based around the farmhouse. So we've got literally all sorts of different, if you like your stamping and colouring, if you like die cutting, if you like your paper craft, it's got a bit of everything in there. So just to give you a little idea, we've got the farm lady. I think she's great. She's got her victory rolls in. So yeah, just all elements from the kit. So the little seed packets, you've got the little wellies down here, all bits and pieces. And what I'm going to do throughout the show is try and show you a bit of everything as we go along.
Squeeze it in.
Love those little farm animals, and great to just sit and colour. You've often heard me talking about stamping stuff out, sitting in front of the telly and having a colour. This is perfect for that. We've got those lovely, I think we decided they were mallard ducks.
Oh, did we?
I'm not sure. There's been a lot of conversation about what they are, but yeah, someone said they were, I'm not up on my ducks.
No?
But somebody said they were mallards.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. It sounds as if I know what I'm talking about, doesn't it? And then, you know, you've got something for everybody. You've got, look, you know, nothing to do with the farmyard really, but look at those gorgeous papers in the background. You can make your own displays with the flowers. And just a little heads up, we've got some more flowers coming up later at 7 o'clock tonight. So keep watching if you like your flowers and your floral arrangements. So that one's from the farmhouse. This one has to, I know we're not supposed to have favourites.
It's everyone's fave.
I love this truck. We're going to, my first demo's using the truck. I'm going to do a little bit of colouring. We're going to show you those alcohol pens combined with the colour blend pencils as well on those. And then absolutely stunning embossing folder. You wouldn't believe that all this element here has actually been embossed. And I'm going to do something similar to this on my second demo where we colour in on the embossing folder itself. So yeah, a really nice, they're so thought out, it's big enough, I think, to qualify as a signature collection, Ben. Although it's a Nature's Garden collection, it's got a feel of a signature collection because there's so many different components to it that all work together. It
really is a massive bundle, and one I truly believe you are going to love working with. I'll go through the boards with you in just a second and go through the bundle, but obviously, as always, there are smaller options available for you too, should you wish. Fewer lows, Patty and also Shelley86 are in with us from Michigan. Debbie says, hi, Ben and Jan for Omaha, Nebraska. Excited again today between CC and HSN. Kathleen is in. Good morning, everyone, from sunny New Jersey. Valerie's in from Southern California. And Susie T says, love Jan. So excited to have Jan on all day today. Me too.
Oh, thank you.
And then Shaddai saying, hello, Lord Ben and Nana Jan, just completed my vacuuming. Glad you got the housework done before you watched this here on Crafters TV. Yep. Tavi says, hello from beautiful San Diego. Ben, your shirt is wonderful. Why, thank you. And Carlene says, hi, everyone. Stuck in the OR again today, so just watching. Well, it's lovely to have you all with us. If you want to get in touch over the course of the show, if you want to comment, if you want to ask questions, whatever it is, do get in touch with us on Facebook and on YouTube. And And as always, you can send us your pictures as well. If you've already got components of this collection, maybe you've bought it previously and you've been crafting, you can send your pictures to us as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And I know I did this last time we had this collection on, but I enjoy it. If you're on a farm or like a ranch, maybe in the US, and you want to send pictures of your farmyard with your animals, farm animals. Yeah, Johnny's like, we did that last time. Yeah, no, but we love it though, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah, it's nice to see where people are, isn't it? We hear of where they are in the world, but to actually see it is even better.
Yeah, so send your pictures in, please, because we do love to be nosy. This full collection is £140 or $170. Would you like to have a look at all of the boards before we get started? Because there is literally so much here. You're already saving almost £39 or over $51. And the brilliant thing, of course, again, is that if you're a platinum, that comes down to £112 or $136. It's a wonderful collection, and let's rattle through and show you exactly what you're getting. Embossing folders, as Jan was saying just a little bit earlier, that foliage wreath is included, and it is quite stunning. What Craig was saying earlier on as well on the paper pad that you get some lovely toppers that you can use, and there's one which will fit perfectly within this actual embossing folder. The textured wood, again, a lot of chat about this one when we had it on last time, a super usable embossing folder, again, which will work beautifully with this collection, but I'm sure for many other collections that you've got as well. Then we come on to stamps. Simply Thankful. So you've got some beautiful sentiments in here, but then we talk about the Farmhouse collection. You've got all of the different farmyard animals in there. You've got little baby rabbits and ducks. I mean, perfect for maybe your Easter cards potentially, but then you've got the little cockerel on there as well. And this one here, that little stamp I like with a little box full of vegetables, harvest goodies maybe for like a harvest festival card. The We Can Do It stamp collection. There you go. That lady is phenomenal.
She's amazing,
victory
isn't
rolls,
she? You wouldn't mess with her, would you?
Yeah, no.
No, it's my farm.
Yeah, I roll my sleeves up. Get off my land! I think that's what she's saying there. She might not be. And then you've got the wellies, the farmhouse there, of course, as well. And some lovely sentiments, including We Can Do It and Love Makes a House a Home. Then we've got, and I know loads of you have been enjoying these recently, particularly the stamp and die collections, where you get the stamps and then the dies to be able to cut out your stamped images. So here again are those, we agreed these were mallards, your flying mallards. With a little postmark there. Dream big, aim high, flying by to say hi, and a new home means a new adventure. They are super, super cute. You've then got, on top of that, May Your Day Bloom. This again, if you enjoyed the Build a Bouquet launch that we did yesterday and you love creating your own floral arrangements, this again is sort of down that theme, really, allowing you to create your own beautiful floral piece. Enjoy the rad. This is the one that we all love, and Jan says it's her fave. I've got to agree. I love it. I love the truck that you've got there, and then of course you can add all of the different components to the back of your truck if you want. So you might have a cargo of flowers or some veg, or indeed some little rabbits as well, which is super cute, and you get all of the dies to go with those stamps too. Next up is Let Your Love Grow, and this is lovely for the fact that you get that. I mean, there's lots with it, but the highlight for me here is that one big die, which allows you to create. A lot of people have been describing this as like a little seed packet, which I think is lovely. It might be a little gift card holder for you as well, should you wish, but there's plenty within that collection as well. Then, more dies for you. You've got your die sentiments, so we bring you Thank You. You've then also got You Are Loved. You've also got Family Blessings, and you see where the value for money is coming here with all the goodies. We're also going to give you a wax seal kit, Debbie Fisher's favourite, Ray! The two different colours there. You've got your daisy, and also the other wax seal you've got there is the duck flying through the sky. Then on top of that, we come to your consumables, because that's not all. You get all of these other goodies as well. Your 3D die cut toppers are also included in this collection. So again, it's one of those collections where wherever you are on your crafty journey, there is something for you to delve into and get going with. That is included. And then wait till you see all of the consumables that you're going to get in here as well, because we bring to you Your 12 by 12 paper pad, 42 sheets in here, double-sided as well, and these are absolutely gorgeous. If you love your florals, if you love your ditzy prints, what I love is that you've kind of got your florals on the main side, and on the reverse you've got your patterns, we've got stripes, we've got your sort of gingham going on in there as well, there's rabbits, there's ducks, there's florals. It is an absolutely gorgeous collection. Look at those daisies there as well. The colour palette is really, really sumptuous, and I think really kind of like hits the mark for this time of the year particularly, but it's wonderful. 42 sheets within that collection, but that is not all, because as well as the paper pad, we're going to bring you your 6x6 paper pad, and this is just literally a shrunken down version of all of the designs that you get within the 12 by 12 paper pad. So again, super usable, 42 sheets on your 6x6 pad. Then on top of that, you're probably thinking, well, I'd like some textured cardstock to go with it. Your wish is my command, because you get that as well. 30 sheets of your textured cardstock, 230 GSM is that, and as you can see, if I just layer those up for you, can you see we've done all the hard work for you, because all of the colours match up beautifully with all of the pattern papers. Job done. Correct? Not quite, because we're also going to give you your vellum pad. And how much have you enjoyed working with vellum recently? We've had so many shows where vellum has been at the forefront, and all of the designs on here again match up beautifully with the designs that you've got on your paper pads. And this is what we were talking about just a few moments ago. You've got some die cut elements as well in the back of here. This is that little wreath there that I was talking about that Craig mentioned earlier on, which would fit perfectly into your embossing folder as well. But it is quite simply stunning. Value for money wise, that's phenomenal. And it is just one of the most gorgeous, comprehensive collections I think that we've done so far this year. It is £140 or $170. Check the show page if you want to see the breakdowns of the smaller bundles as well, because there is something for everybody today. You definitely need to indulge and grab something from this collection, because we love it. And if you're still thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, what can I make with this collection? Jan will show you. She's got about 75 demos lined up.
Not quite, 70 maybe.
70, yeah. I thought it was somewhere around about that.
I spent, I had a really nice day. I spent the day yesterday.
Yeah.
And Craig and I were chatting about this earlier. We said, can you class it as work when you sat stamping and colouring, prepping for a show? It's not exactly what I deem work. So yeah, I had a really nice day just getting all this ready. So what we've got, with it being masterclass today, what I've tried to do is sort of, with the design of the cards, I've sort of started off beginnerish,
okay,
and then moved on to an intermediate level, and then at the end I've got a couple of bit more challenging designs as far as cards. Across the kit I've tried to use a bit of everything across all the demos.
Brilliant.
And we're going to be doing a bit of colouring. We've got those gorgeous colour blend pencils on the show, so I'm going to show you how those work if you've not seen those before. So to start off with, the paper pad and the card pads running through the whole of the demo, to be honest, because that goes in with such a lot of different things. This is what we're going to work on first, but I've done my truck in a different colour for the demo, just to show you the different ideas. But on here, we've got elements from the paper pad there. I've put elements inside. I've got those, I love these little row of bunnies. I just thought they were cute inside there. And then obviously we're going to use that lovely wood grain embossing panel as well. I've got one of the sentiments that we've die cut. So again, all mixes and matches beautifully. A little bit, I know I mentioned the signature collections earlier. It's a little bit along those lines where a lot of the thinking's been taken out of it for you, because that everything in that collection is going to work with each other. So there's no worry about, have I got the right colour card to go with the paper pad? Is that particular embossing folder going to work with it? It's all been done. So let's start out with a bit of stamping then. I've got my stamping platform here today, and I was so excited when I saw Nina cardstock back in stock. You wouldn't believe what makes us happy, honestly. I was like, yes, it's been out of stock for so long and it's back on the show today. So I like to stamp on Nina. It's a nice weight for making this kind of embellishment when you're stamping out all the bits and pieces there. It's great for colouring on with your alcohol markers. So that was my card of choice for stamping with, and we're going to use the Enjoy the Ride one to start off with. And this is a stamp set with the dies as well. So whatever you stamp out here, you can actually die cut as well. So let's have a look at the truck. We'll stamp it out, we'll do a little bit of colouring, and then I'll show you how the dies work as well. So literally wherever you want to pop it on your piece of card there. As long as you leave enough space around it, bearing in mind that your die is just a fraction bigger. So obviously at the sides here, I've got enough space there. If there wasn't, then you can turn it the other way.
Okay.
And then I've actually got my finesse ink pad. And again, because I'm going to work with predominantly alcohol markers, I want to use the right ink for it. So I've got my alcohol proof inks. So I'm just going to pop that on there to pick up the stamp. And then we'll get that one inked up. And you've heard me talk about this before. My go-to ink pad is the Flagstone, Ben.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The black can sometimes, I like black for sentiments and things like that, but when I'm colouring, I like the grey one. It's just a little bit softer than the black. So let's get that one inked up and stamped out, and then we'll show you a bit of colouring. But I absolutely, honestly, when I saw this collection, I thought that is going to be a winner, that truck.
I remember when we launched it, there was so much chat about it. I think we decided it was a Chevy.
Yes.
And then we also had loads of our US friends, because we don't really get too many trucks like that here in the UK, but loads of our US friends were then sharing pictures of their trucks as well. So again, if you want to do that this afternoon, this morning, send in pics of your Chevys. Just a good old, like an American truck, that, isn't it? Love it.
Honestly. And again, you know, I actually looked, you know, this is how much effort we put into our work. I actually looked on the internet what colours these came in.
Yeah.
I think, is it Ford or Chevrolet?
Oh, I think we decided it was a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet the make?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not up on my cars and things. That's my husband's forte. But yeah, I was looking at the colours, and I think one of the typical colours was this turquoisey colour.
Yeah.
Came in. And then the other colour that I'm going to use now again was a popular one as well. Oops, I'm stuck to my, there we go, stuck to my mat again there. So I'm just going to bring in, before I colour, I'm going to actually cut this out. Now, again, this is choice as to whether you stamp first and then cut out, whether you cut out and then stamp. Anybody that's new to it, I would recommend trying both ways. So stamp it out. I stamp first, and then I use my die to cut this out.
Okay.
The reason I do that is because I don't want to spend an age colouring this in. It's quite a big space for colouring. And then cut it out and end up getting my die wonky and making a mess of it, because the colouring does take time. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is just cut my piece of card down. And what I loved about this collection is most of these will fit through your mini. So to have that on the desk at the side of you while you're working with this particular collection, I've got mine down here at the ready, is brilliant. Now, as far as the dies are concerned, the cutting edge is bang centre of the outline of that thin metal die. So we've got a cutting edge all the way around. So I know that if I pop this so that I can see my truck through there and see all the inked lines on the inside of the truck there, I know that I'm going to get that lovely white edge all the way around it when I die cut it.
Yeah.
So inside here I can see the whole outline of the design, and then we're going to pop it into our mini, which, as I say, the majority, I think this is probably one of the biggest dies in the set. So to have this sat at the side of you and working, whoops, that way around, working with you, I was just sat merrily, you know. I even had this on my lap tray so that I could literally cut out things ready to colour in. I've loved it.
Do some alfresco crafting as well,
yes,
didn't you?
We
so
did.
Nice at the minute.
Yes, actually got my tray at the ready, got everything stamped out, and then literally took it all outside and sat outside colouring. It was like, as I say, you can't class it as work really, can you?
Not really.
But when you have a look now, you can see how that's got that lovely edge. Now, some people don't like the white edge round it, which is fine. If that's not your bag, then just take your little snips, and they're relatively simple shapes to cut around. So if you prefer to cut up to the line, I don't trust myself sometimes with that, because I end up chopping the line off and I end up in all sorts of strife. So yeah, I quite like the fact that it's got the dies with it. So alcohol markers, I've got my blotter underneath there just to catch the design. Now I had my marker out and I think I've just put it away again. There we go. Now we've got the classiques on the show today, the alcohol markers, but I had my tribal. These are my go-to alcohol markers. Same colour range, it's just that I've got my 3 shades in these. So you might think, well, coral for a truck sounds a bit odd, but when you see it coloured in, honestly, it does the trick. I'm actually going to skip the light one because it is quite a pale shade. So I'm going to start with the middle tone and then use the darker tone. Then I'm going to bring in the colour blend pencils for some shading. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. I've got it ready, but just to give you an idea, and you can lay down the colour quite quickly.
Yeah.
And you think, well, that does look really pale. But honestly, when you get going with it, I think I may have used the darker one actually altogether. That does look a bit pale, Jan. Let's try the dark shade. I wanted that sort of what I call a rusty colour.
Yeah.
And it came up beautifully once I'd coloured it in.
I'm glad you mentioned the colour blend pencils as well, because we're going to highlight those in just a bit. We've got a half price deal coming up, but they're great to use with your alcohol markers, aren't they? The colour blends. They
are, yeah, as a top layer. And I'm going to show you that, Ben. I'm going to do that on here because this is the biggest sort of shape as far as surface area is concerned. So a lot of the stamps in here are smaller stamps, which obviously it's not as easy to show you those colour blends on them. I've done a little bit of work later as well on the later show with those lovely builder bouquets. I've used it on there.
Yeah.
But with this one having quite a bit of open space, I thought it was a good idea to actually show you. So I've got that coral colour down, and then I came in with tan, I think it was. Do you know, they all blend into one another. I know you're there. There we are. And I used the darkest one of the tan, which is a completely different colour family, but it was enough to give me some shading and create that look that I was after. So where you want the darker areas, and I am rushing now, obviously you have a lot more time when you're at home to do this nice and neatly, but just bring that darker area down, and then I'm going back to that first colour. And you can blend colours from different colour families. That's the beauty of the alcohol pens. So it just gives you that sort of area that's a little bit darker in colour, and keep filling it over. And then I'm just going to do the wheel hub as well, and then show you what I mean with those crayons. Absolutely beautiful, the colour blend. They're a lovely waxy texture, and you can use them with the blending solution and they blend out beautifully. Yeah,
they're really creamy, aren't they?
They're lovely, and you get a nice sort of satin sheen to your work when it's done as well. I think where it lays the wax down and then the blending solution sort of emulsifies it, you get a really nice sort of, I say satin, it's not a shine to it, but yeah, it's lovely. So again, I'm just going to lay down a little bit of that darker colour, and this is the darkest one in the tan section on the pens. So the colours in the pens run the same throughout all of our collections. So whether you choose the tri-blends or whether you prefer the classics or the illustrators, the colours are all the same. You can mix and match them. If you've got a really large area to colour, you might want to use your illustrator brush nib. Yeah. And then you might want to go down, back to one of these with the bullet nibs for the smaller area. So I'm just going to do that little bit with the pens there, and then I'm just going to bring in just one of the sets of colour blend pencils. So in here we've got a set of 24 different colours. This is the floral set, and absolutely beautiful shades, and I'm just going to pick one that sort of tones in with what I'm doing. So we'll just try that one. Will work. So we've got red currant. Got some gorgeous names as well. Not the same colour names as the alcohol pens, and they're not a watercolour pencil either, so I've not got to worry about what's going to happen next affecting my alcohol markers. I'm also going to bring in the blending solution. So this actually emulsifies the wax in the crayons and allows them to blend through, and I'm going to do that with my little paper stump. If you haven't got any of these, you can use a little cotton bud, something like that. So I'll show you how they work, and you're literally going to go over the top of your design. So where you want some more shade over the top, I'm just going to lay the colour down here, and it will just deepen. They work beautifully together. As I say, this is not the biggest area to show you. They look gorgeous on things like flowers. Yeah. In fact, I think Sarah did a lovely demonstration. I was watching her with the new centerpiece creator cards last week, and she did a lovely demo with them on the roses, and she'd got the two panels, and it just looked, you could see the difference from one that looked quite flat to one that had got some depth in with the colours. So all I'm doing is I'm placing the crayon where I want that shading. So I've gone over where the tan was, a little bit of the tan showing, and just laid that crayon. And they're so nice to work with, especially on the smooth cardstock there. And then all I'm going to do, the hardest part is getting into the, we're in. I usually spend ages with the lid clicking because I can't get in it.
I know you're obviously using our blending solution, which is currently out of stock, which is Johnny's telling me. If people are desperate to try something, they haven't got any blending solution currently, is there something, I mean, it's not going to be as good as using that, but is there something we could use instead whilst we got anything else?
Now then, I'm not actually sure what's in here.
Oh, okay.
I would think it's something along the levels of white spirit.
Okay.
Because basically what we're doing is emulsifying the wax there. So all I've done is use the paper stump and actually dipped it together. It's probably way too much there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go over the top now where I've put that crayon. And what it does, it removes what I call the crayon lines. Because when you start using a pencil crayon, you often see those lines from where you've done the colouring. And this blends it in seamlessly into what you've already done, and just sort of acts as a top layer. So literally just over the top of where the pencil is, and bring it in. And as I say, you can work with them both together. You could work with your crayons by themselves. You don't have to put them over the top of the alcohol pens. They work beautifully by themselves. And there are so many different colours to choose from that you can actually sort of work with that 3-tone blend if that's what you like to do. But can you see how that's just brought everything, and it's bringing that sort of, it's starting to create that illusion that that truck's not flat.
Yeah, popping
it's
off the page.
bringing that dimension in. So I'm just going to pop the lid on there before we have any accidents. Okay, and then I'll show you how far I got with the one, and I've done exactly the same. In fact, I think the depth on there is actually better than this one, but don't forget we need time for all that solution to evaporate and any alcohol evaporate that's in the pens.
I love the little white streaks you've done on the on the
that's
hubs.
just using my white gel pen, which I think all us crafters own. I just use a white gel pen and just put that on when it's dry, just it makes it look as if the light's hitting it. Same with the window, little tiny bit of grey in there just to hint that there is actually glass, and it's not it could be an open window, I suppose, if you wanted it open. But yeah, so that was the one that was actually coloured in and finished in exactly the manner that I've done that one there. So let's just pop those to one side, and then I want to do a little bit of embossing as well for a piece on the card. So I will come back to all those in a second and bring in that lovely wood grain embossing folder. Now, one of my ink daubers has just rolled off the back of the desk, so we might have to, if you wish.
I'm going to run round.
Are you running round?
I'm at your beck and call, Jan.
It's literally just rolled off the back there. There should be an ink, one of these.
Yep, I see it.
I saw it going and I thought, no, I wasn't quick enough to catch it. Thank you. Look at that magic.
Their service.
By magic. So I've brought a couple of my ink pads from home. I've got again, no rhyme, no reason. It just happens to be what I reach for. I've got a water reactive brown ink, and I've got an opaque ink green one for no real reason, just like the colouring. I find that the opaque inks, although they're the same colour family, I find that they're a little bit lighter tone than the water reactive. So no reason why I needed one of each. It's just literally what I grabbed. And I've got some craft card, which is going to be the main part of the card. And I'm literally going to pop this inside my folder there. And I want to pick up this lovely element here at the bottom as part of a feature on the card. So again, it doesn't have to be a full set that you're working with, a full size piece that you're working with. And 2D embossing, so normal, what we started out with as an embossing folder. For our Geminis, we just need those 2 clear plates.
Yeah.
And again, large Gemini, junior plates. It's my choice. That's how I work at home. I've got the size if I need to do a larger project with the Gemini, but I nearly always have my junior plates on hand. And as I say, the bulk, in fact, I think everything that's in this collection will go through either the junior and even down to the mini. So again, when we take this one out of here, you've got that lovely. And again, you think, well, it's just a bit of craft card, Jan, but I'm going to put some ink on it just to actually bring out the detail in it, yeah? So we actually want the brown one for this benefit. Now I inked round the edge of it before I popped it through, just to save a little bit. And then literally just with one of my applicators, I'm just going to go over the top. And what it is, it's sort of bringing out that wood grain effect in there.
Yeah, really coming to life now.
It brings it up, and it just makes such a difference. It's just a simple sort of idea. but it just brings out, and now you can see beautifully where all that lovely wood grain is. It's even got the knots in the wood and everything, and then you've got these two little rivets at the bottom there. Now, because that's going to be a feature on the card, what I've done is I've cut a second piece, and I'm going to stick these together just to give it a bit of weight, because I'm going to use it as a panel on the front of the card. Now, the first card that I've designed for you, I know I said I was starting at a beginner level. I'm going to add the word ish in there, because it is a master class.
Of ish.
Yeah, it is a master class when all's said and done. But yeah, I've actually brought some acetate in as well.
Okay.
So it's a fairly straightforward card, other than that I've chopped the middle out of it and put some acetate
Well, I
in.
think your clear and concise instructions, Jan, always make these projects nice and easy to follow and simple for even beginners like me.
It's not a difficult one, even though it's got acetate in, so that's where we chose to start. So I'm going to pop that piece to dry. So what I've done then, I'll talk you through where we got to with the base of the card. Let me just get rid of that ink off there so that we don't pick that up on the project. Right, so what I've got then, I've got lots of different pieces. So I've started out with a 7-inch square piece of card. So I cut my card, and it's actually in two pieces, because from our A4 we can't get 14 inches. So I've cut two 7-inch squares, one for the back, and then I cut one that measured 7.5. So it had the little, you can just see there where it's got the glue tab to stick it together. All right, and then what I've done is I've cut away some of the middle of this one. So I've still got the bottom piece left. I cut 2 inches at the top, 2 inches at the bottom, and then I've got rid of the middle piece and substituted it with a piece of acetate. You can just see it catching the light there. So I'm actually reconstructing the card now with the acetate. So what we need to do is take the tape off that one, and then I'm going to line this up with the bottom of my card to sort of put that back together, and then stick that onto there. So we've now got that 7x7 tent card back, but we've got that lovely acetate panel sort of in the middle there. All right, so just something a bit different. And then what we're going to do, I've done, and again, you know, the papers in here are gorgeous. So I've used one side, the double-sided sheets in the paper pad. I've used one side to go in the back, and this is the reverse of this one. So literally using the same piece, I've just flipped it over to use the gingham check on the front. So we're going to pop this one in the back, and I'll do that with my my tape pen, she says. There we go. Do you know, it's becoming a joke, isn't it? Every time I get here, they've run out, honestly.
I didn't know it was you that had problems with the tape pens. It was normally is it you and the foam pads, isn't it, that you have problems with?
Do you know, and I've got a lot of those today.
Oh, no.
With all those nice little cutouts. I needed it, and I'm sat putting them on thinking the best behave when I get there.
Craig was here all day yesterday, so if it had been yesterday, he could have jumped in and helped you
could have had them all lined up for him.
Here you go, Craig, make yourself
Demo
useful.
one, demo two. So that one's going to go inside the back. Because we've got that see-through panel, I just wanted some decorative paper in the back as well. And then I've done a panel each for top and bottom with, oh, do you know?
I shouldn't laugh, really, should I?
I know. You couldn't write it, could you?
You have to do it on purpose.
I'm going to have to do it with the... I've got a stash. Here we go, look. We're all right. Honestly. So that one's going to go over the top.
Love that gingham. It's like a picnic blanket.
It is, isn't it? And I love the turquoise shade with the craft card. It's a nice combination. And then I've got another one exactly the same. So typical matting and layering. It's 1/4 of an inch this way and 1/2 an inch this way, because I wanted it to line up with what was inside. I thought it looked a bit odd if this one was longer.
Yeah.
And that's just my OCD kicking in. So it's got a slightly larger gap at the edges than the side, but I'm okay. I can cope with that. It's like OCD wouldn't allow it me to be different the other way, but obviously, you know, there's no explaining it, is there? So let me just have a look. Even that, I need to have that the same way up, which is that way, I think. No, it's not, it's that way.
I think it's the other way.
There we go, look. Yeah. And I'm just going to line that up with the panel that's underneath so that those edges match. So we've now got our base card at the ready. And then I'm going to use this panel here to make like a bridge between the two.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll pop a little bit of... should be okay with that one on the back of there. So just a bit on the top, and again a bit on the bottom there. because I don't want to stick it to the actual acetate. I'm just going to stick it top and bottom. I'm going to use those lines to make sure it's straight and get it about equal distance top and bottom. So we've got our panel there. All right, so remember this is where we were heading. So you can see now we've got that construction going underneath. And then our truck is going to be the main feature on the front of the card there. And then what I've also done, we've also got in the kit some gorgeous sentiments. So again, really nice sizes for your projects. And I use the family blessings for this one. And I've die cut this out of some craft card, and then I've coloured it with one of the pens because I wanted it a wee bit darker brown so that it showed against the background.
Yeah.
So I've just coloured it with one of my alcohol pens, and then I thought, oh, let's go the whole hog. And I don't know whether we can pick it up on camera or not. It's just got a little tiny bit of bling on it. I just went over it with my sparkle, my clear crystal sparkle
Charlotte's
pen.
coming in.
So our Charlotte's coming to have a zoom. Let's see if we can it's just a little finishing
Give it a little
touch.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see there, yeah?
On the end, I can see it.
Just tick on the end. It's across all of it. But it's just an extra touch, you know, you could take it as far as you wish. It's not essential. So these are going to stick to be my my greeting there, family blessings. All right, so I'm going to go to the wet glue now to pop those on. We could have popped them through the sticker maker machine, but I didn't for some reason. So just a little bit of wet glue. Do you know, sometimes I forget that I've done things, and then other times I turn it over and think, oh, I've not done it. There's no pattern to it at all. So just a little bit of wet glue in places. You don't need a lot. And then what I tend to do is tap some of that off as well. So literally, I don't want it to squidge out. So I'm just going to get rid of some of the excess so that I've got the right amount to fit on there. So we've got family at the top there.
Perfect blend just to highlight it off the back.
And then we'll do the same at the bottom so that we know how much room we've got left to put the truck. So again, just little oddments here and there. But you don't want it to squidge out. Even though the glue dries clear, it's our tacky glue in the little bottle. It dries clear. I try not to get it squishing out too much.
What do you call it, the Mayo effect?
Yes, I do.
Don't want that, do you?
All right, so again, just to get rid of it. Then later at night, I think, oh, what's wrong with my skin? There's all these flaky bits, and it's actually the glue that's dried on it there. So again, we're just going to pop that one, and I'm going to use the gingham again just to get that level.
I used to purposely put it on my hand at school like that so I could wait for it to dry.
Oh, do you know what? I used to love, we used to have the round, there were actually paint palettes that we put the glue in at school. Yeah. And then remember the glue spreaders, the plastic glue spreaders?
Oh, the plastic glue
We used to use those in school, and the kids would be like, do you want me to wash it out, Mrs. Brown? I'm like, no, leave it, let it dry. Yeah. Left them on the heater to dry, and then just pulling that out the following morning. Yeah. So satisfying.
Very satisfying.
Satisfying, honestly.
But the fact that you did that for your own satisfaction. No, you're fine, kids.
Here we go.
Mrs. Brown was sorted.
You had to mention the good old foam pads, didn't you?
Oh, well,
so keep everything crossed, honestly.
Oh,
here we go. And they are new ones. I did wonder about the ones that were in my bag because they've been in there a while, and I did wonder whether that had anything to do with it, look. We
should have a masterclass with Craig as to how to get the backing off foam pads so quickly.
Do you know, I once heard him say that when he trims his fingernails that he leaves one longer just for getting foam pads off. Maybe that's the trick.
Is that actually true?
I remember him saying that once on air, yes.
Do you know that the way that he was taking them off today, and there was like I think Charlotte had done like a little close-up, it did look almost like he had like a little, like a talon.
Hooking it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's anything, you know, like claws or anything. No. He just said that he left one slightly longer so that he could hook it under and I think that's the secret.
I'm going to ask to look at his fingers tomorrow.
All right.
What's your fingers?
And then I've got, this one's in the same set. Let me just pop the lid on there because it's warm. It's actually pumping my glue out.
That's a good point as well, actually, Johnny. Craig's got his Facebook Live tonight, hasn't he? Is it 9:30 UK time, which will be 4:30 East Coast, which will be 1:30 West Coast. So check out his fingers tonight and let us know, please.
Have a look, yeah. Honestly.
Or just ask him,
it makes me chuckle.
Can we see your fingers, please? If you've got a foam pad finger, you can get some cream for that. Doctor.
So again, I've just got what comes with the truck is these gorgeous little elements that you can actually pop in the back of the truck. For some reason, I hadn't cut this one. I think it was so that I could show you.
Okay.
That's my excuse anyway.
Yeah, we'll
so
go with
again,
that.
you know, that you can see how useful the mini's going to be with this kind of thing. So just to pop that one through again, and it leaves that nice little border. It's a lot quicker than fussy cutting. I mean, I don't mind fussy cutting, but it is much quicker when you've got a lot of them to do. But you can see how it just brings that to life. And then these were designed so that they'll fit as if they're being ferried in the back of the truck there.
Cargo.
So again, we're going to pop, and there's some nice little bunnies on that selection as well. And there's some flowers. So, you know, depending on what your truck's carrying, it could be on the way to the food market, it could be on the way to the flower market. Choices are yours. The bunnies could just be hitching a ride. Please don't take them to the market.
Oh, don't take the bunnies to the market.
No. All right, and then I've just got a couple of the little tiny chicks. Again, these are gorgeous. And these are all part of the one of the stamp sets that I'll show you in a bit more detail later. But I just wanted to pop these on as well as an extra bit of detail there. So you play around with it as much or as little as you want. You know, there's so much scope, there's so much in the collection that you can really have some fun with it there. And then on the inside, just because I could, I've got that lovely little row of bunnies that just fit in nicely. So again, a little bit of the glue on the back of there, and I'm just going to pop this one along the bottom. Now, as far as actually popping your greeting in, you could stamp another greeting inside if you wished. You could actually pop another piece of white card on there if you wished. Or what I often do is actually mat and layer the back and actually put the writing on the back. So that's the one that we've just done with the, what I call the rusty truck. And then the one that I did at home actually had that lovely sort of sea green turquoise colour.
Yeah, love it.
All right, so that's that main collection then, which was Enjoy the Ride, along with the embossing folder in that one.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Lovely first demo. Lots of love coming in for the show as well. Lots of you already telling me whether you bought them today or previously. Marsha just saying on Facebook, I got the sets with the truck and the ducks. Got to be careful how you say that. My husband and stepsons are huge fans of both, so I figured I could make lots of things for them. Absolutely ticking all the boxes. Mary Lee Carroll on YouTube saying, can't wait for mine to arrive. I love your colouring, Jan, and definitely will be re-watching once mine arrives. This is one of my favourite cards. Patty says, I have this set, just haven't used it yet. Patty, come on, get it out. Get using it. It's a brilliant set. Been working in the yard after work. And Susan Bowers on Facebook just saying, Jan, such an excellent teacher. She always explains everything in such a way that she leads you along. Yes, fantastic teacher. Taught this guy how to craft on live TV. So much so, the boss got me doing crafting live demos on the 8 to 10 preview on Saturday. Oh, I got the call from the boss. She'd seen me, Jan, and she went, you're in. I did 2 demos with her.
Brilliant.
You'd have been proud.
See, going places. I would, honestly.
I'm going far.
Going places, yeah.
If you want to go for the full collection, it's here for you. I'll go through the boards again in just a little bit, but this is the mega bundle. 115 elements with the embossing folders, the stamps, the dies, the paper pads, the card pads. You've got the vellum in there, the wax seal kit you've got in there as well, the stamp and die sets included. It's 115 elements in total. You're already saving almost £39 or just over $51, but if you're a platinum member, that price on screen comes down to £112 or $136. Great value for money. However, I do realise that not everybody will have that money to hand today, so why not choose one of the smaller collections that we've got available for you, like the stamp and embossing collection. So that this brings you those 2 lovely stamp sets and the 2 embossing folders. So the one that Jan was just using in that last demo there, that textured wood embossing folder, is included in with the beautiful foliage wreath. That's a great buy as well. Nice sort of try me price too for $14.36 or $23.84, already saving 20%. And of course, a 20% discount comes off that if you're platinum as well. However, if it's more sort of stamping and die cutting that you're into, then this is great because these are the stamp and die collections. This one includes that truck as well that you've just seen. It's also got in there the die with the little the seed packet, if you like. So that's included along with the flying ducks and also the builder flower arrangement collection. That's in there. And you've also got your 3 stamped your 3 die sentiments, I should say, your thank you, your you are loved, and the family blessing, which you saw in the last demo. That's £59.94 or $70.92, saving almost £15 or almost $18. But one thing you will want to go for, I'm sure, is the vellum card and paper collection. Now, if you've already got this collection, potentially you're coming back today to grab more of these because these are your consumables. However, if you are going to buy this today, then if budget stretches, you may also want to add more of this into your basket as well, because you will be going through it because it's a lovely, lovely collection. You've got your 12x12 pad, you've got the 6x6 as well, which echoes the patterns included in the 12x12, and then you've also got your vellum, which includes those little die cuts in there for you as well, the toppers, and then you've got your textured card pad included as well, saving £12.70 or $15.56, bringing the price to £51.26 or $62.24. And also, because we think of everything, if you want the collection without the vellum, we've got this collection. So this is basically those 2 paper pads, the 12x12 and the 6x6, and you've also got that vellum pad included as well. £31.17 or $38.28, saving 20%. Lots of lovely messages still coming in. Karen just saying on Facebook, I love the way the pencil shaded on top of the alcohol inks. I never remember to do that. Well, you'll remember now. It's a really, really wonderful effect to go for with your alcohol pens. Lorraine on Facebook saying, love the card, Jan. Definitely need to play with this collection. And Shadiah on Facebook says, Ben, you are a true student. Thank you. You pay good attention to the teacher. I feel like this is a school report. Ben is a true student. He pays good attention to the teacher, and his craft alongs are great to look at. So bravo, says Shadiah. Go to the top of the class. A+, teacher's pet. Hashtag amazing. I did all of that last bit, but thank you, Shadiah. Got a good teacher, you see, got a good teacher. And she's, like you say, very easy to follow. All the instructions are nice and simple, even for a simpleton like me to follow. Now, let's talk about this. The colour blends we've already touched on. So you kind of know why you need these in your life. But if you were thinking to yourself, well, yeah, but can I really afford these? Today you absolutely can, because we are bringing you the colour blend bundle with 120 of those pencils in total for half price. This deal is only available for the next 48 hours, and then it will go back to the price it should be, £124.95 or $174.75. Look at the price that you're paying today, £62 or $87 is the deal. And of course, if you're platinum, that will come down to £49.60 or $69.60. These are stunning. As you said, using these on their own, using these with your alcohol markers to get that beautiful blend. I love that phrase, and it really rings true to me, that you can kind of take your colouring to sort of like high definition level by adding the blend of these on top of your alcohol markers is phenomenal. And the collection that you're getting here is beautiful. You're getting your neutral set, your 12-piece neutral set. You're also going to get included in there your shades and tones. You've got your, I can't read these upside down and back
Primaries,
to front. Thank you, primaries. That's where I should be putting my glasses on. You've also got your essentials. I can do that one. And then you have got your florals included as well. I just think this is a really, really great time to jump in and grab these. And again, Jan, for people who are looking at these thinking, great deal, you've already shown how great these are to work with things like your tri-blends, for example. But how easy is it to work with these as just sort of pencils on their own, as wax pencils? Are they easy to work with?
Honestly, exactly the same, Ben. You know, it's like there are levels of colouring, and we all started somewhere. It's like I started at the very beginning. If you want to choose one shade and colour in with that shade, absolutely perfect. If you don't have the blending solution, absolutely perfect. By adding the blending solution, if you've got that at home, if you haven't got it, if you pop your email in on our website, it'll give you a reminder when it comes back in stock.
Great idea.
And then adding that to it is sort of taking it to another level. What it does, what I tend to think with pencils, is sometimes you get the colouring marks in there. Now, these are different to any normal colouring pencil because they've got a high wax content in there. There's not a lot of filler in the colour, it's just the wax and the pigment. You don't get a lot of that unless you're using, for example, something like watercolour card that's got a slightly pitted surface, but on a smooth card, not so much. So you can start as a basic colourist and just add those. It may be in your colouring books that you've got, it may be something that you've stamped out. You might just want to have a go with them at, you know, just on some scrap paper. But then taking it to that next level, you can start and blend. There are so many different tones in there that you can start and blend colours. So pick a couple of shades that are close to each other, have a go at blending one into the other. Add that solution again, you'll get that seamless blend in the middle. And there's an advanced colourist, if you love colouring like I do, and you sort of take it to that next level, then applying it with your alcohol markers is sort of using them again and making them, sort of taking it to sort of like an, well, not an artist level, but you saw the difference it made on that one, that little demo that we did earlier. It does make a difference. It's worth sort of adding that extra layer to it. So we're used to a 3-pen blend with the alcohol markers, but then add that 4th layer with your colour blends. Just gives so much depth, and as I say, it stops things looking flat and actually starts to make them look a bit more round. So yeah, you know, whether you're starting out your journey, and I mean this is a fantastic offer to actually get them really at half price. You know, you're almost sort of choosing one set and get the other set free. That's how it works out, isn't it? Yeah, at half pretty price. Much. So you know, it's a great time to try them, and you'll, if you compare them to sets of crayons that you've had in the past, completely different ball game. They're not a watercolour base, so they're not watercolouring. We do an aqua blend pencil that does the watercolour, which is a different system. These are just an ordinary everyday colouring pencil, but they are artist quality, so you will always get good results with them, whether you're starting your journey or whether you're into more advanced colouring.
It really is a lovely opportunity to grab these. You can go for them individually as well, half price individually, but go for the bundle. All 120 pencils on all of you going for that today. It's a great buy. £62 or $87. Just bear in mind, like the deal that we had yesterday on Money Makers, this is a time limited deal. It is only here as a star buy for the next 48 hours. So you know, it's not all the panic in the world that you've got to buy, you know, the next hour, but you certainly need to remember to get these in the next 48 hours, because after that the price will go back up to where it should be, and to be honest with you, worth every pound and penny and dollar and cent of the normal price. To get them today for that price, phenomenal. Now, storage. We've had a lot of storage ideas for you recently, and actually, again, it's great, isn't it, to have a bit of a clear out, bit of a sort out, and particularly great, I think, at the minute with the weather getting nicer, the fact that the world is opening up just again. It's nice that we can get out a little bit more. Nice that perhaps we can go out and see friends and do some crafting with buddies, but you need storage solutions to be able to take bits and pieces with you. The reason I love the Totally Tiffany storage collections is that, you know, more often than not, you've got something which allows you to keep everything nice and stored and safe when it's in your craft room, but then at the same time, they're super handy because, of course, the little bags that you can take with you as well, they're all nice and secure for you because you've got the hook and mesh system on the actual catch there itself. They're see-through, so you can see exactly what's in here. They're wipe clean, and with this collection that we're bringing to you today, your storage and supply cases, you've got the little storage trays included in here as well. So in ours, for example, we've got our pencils, sharpeners, we've got twine in there and glitters and gilding waxes and all sorts, but just brilliant for the fact that you can store so much in these. And then again, if you just want to have it on your craft desk in front of you there, these will stack quite nicely for you. You can take out the individual trays as well, so they're nice and easy to hand for when you want to just be using them on your craft desk, on your craft space. You've got the first bag there, which has got 6 drawers for you, and also included in this bundle, your second bag, which brings you your 4 drawers. So for getting your craft room sorted out, for transporting all of your crafty goodies nice and safely, it's a really nice idea for you. You're saving 20% today, plus another 20% off the price that you're seeing on screen there. So just £20 or $21.60. You know how great Totally Tiffany products are as well. And again, if you're a big fan of Totally Tiffany, if you enjoyed Totally Tiffany's takeover the Saturday before last with me and Tiffany, stand by. There is another one coming very soon. Let's just say before the end of the month. Farmhouse. You will not want to miss it. She's brilliant, isn't she, Tiffany? Absolutely love her. Now, Another range of Totally Tiffany goodies is the Sarah Buddy Bag. Wonder who this is named after. And this is flying off the shelves. Why? Well, because it's £5.99 today, or $7.99. And as you can see, this is perfect. If you have got things like your Spectrum Noir pens, your tri-blend markers, this is perfect for the fact that you can hold up to 24 in there, and they stack really, really nicely for you as well. So again, for transporting around, perfect. They're all held in there again by your little plastic tray, so they're not going to get knocked and bashed, but when you want to use them, simply lay them out, you can select them, and again, when you're transporting them, nice and easy to pop that all together and away you go. It is only £5.99 or $7.99 today. Lots of you already popping that into your basket, but certainly want to think about, particularly if you are sorry, Johnny's just doing the maths for me there. What was it? £4.79 if you're platinum, or $6.39. Not to be missed. Really busy for the Sarah Buddy Bag. Jump in and grab it. If you want to see everything that we've got on the show, of course, go to the show page at crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. Keep those comments coming in as well. If you have just joined us, a very warm welcome. We're almost halfway through the show already. We're focusing on the Farmhouse Mega Bundle. It's a big one. And we're after your picks, please. Any farmhouse related pictures. If you live on a farm or ranch, you want to send in pictures, we'd love to see those. If you've got all those old-fashioned trucks as well that we've got within this collection, would love to see pictures of those. And also, if you've already bought any aspects of the Farmhouse collection, we would love to see your makes as well. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. For Holidays Designs on YouTube just saying, good morning from sunny Florida. I just received the truck stamp and die. How nice for Jan to do a demo for me first thing today. Well, she knew, you see. She knew that you just got it. That's what I said. I said, make sure you do a demo because, yeah, For Holidays Designs just got the... That's why. We know. We're in tune. We're in tune. Keep the comments coming. Let's get back over to the other side at studio and get crafting. Demo number 2. Now, what are you going to be focusing on this time, Jan?
I'm just looking. Where did the last hour go, Ben?
It flew.
I think I've only done one demo.
I know,
we're halfway through the show. I need to speed up a bit, don't
69 to go.
Right. So we're going to focus on... We've got that other embossing folder this time. That gorgeous wreath. Foliage wreath, all right? So it's a 6x6 standard embossing folder. And by standard, I mean that it's the normal width. It's not a 3D one. So we're going to work with that one, and I'm actually going to do it on a piece of normal patterned paper this time, and we're going to do the gift card holder, which I have done before when I've been here, but it basically puts together as we've got a 6.5-inch square card, but when you open it up, it's got that little feature inside that you can pop your gift card in. Now, I used the little seed packet that was on the, and I'm going to show you how this one works as well. And I didn't have a gift card handy, so I've just actually put a little piece of card in it at the minute, but it's the perfect size to actually just fit in there. A gift card if you're wanting to do that for a birthday gift.
So it is about credit card size, is it?
Yes, yeah, just about, yeah. The actual pocket itself measures 2.5 by 3.5, so it is like an ATC size. It would also double up if you're an ATC maker as well. And then the way this is put together, that middle bit is just left open so that you can pop your gift card in there. Again, beautiful papers from that paper pad, matted and layered onto the cardstock from the collection, and then on the front we've used that lovely embossing folder. So I'm going to show you how I pop that one together. So I've actually cut, this is a piece of the 12 by 12 paper, and I've cut it into 4 6-inch squares, and this is just one of them. Now on the inside of the card I'm going to utilise that lovely decoration, but I'm actually going to use the reverse side for the folder, and I'll show you what I've done, because obviously this, you know, you need a little bit of time to do the colouring on it, so I've actually got that prepared all ready for you. So which way round? Don't be too fussy, Jan. Oh dear, does it matter which way around? We
put the card and the paper details on the screen for you as well, because we're busy for that. Worth stocking up if you can, if you've already got the collection. Yeah, details are there, £31.17 or $38.28.
So again, standard folder. I've just used the 2 clear cutting mats for our Gemini. If you're using any of the other machines out there, whatever you would normally use for a standard embossing folder, and that will work absolutely fine. And then again, we'll see if we can pick up the detail, but when I show you what I've done with it, sometimes you can see it better on the reverse there. Can you see that
Yeah.
That's the deboss side. We'll see if we can get our Charlotte. She's in on it. Look, there we go. You can see that on the front there. It's beautiful. Now, if you'd have done this onto some of your patterned card or pearlized card, get a lovely finish on it. But the reason I did it on the paper is I've just taken a couple of colours again from my pens and I've gone down, excuse me, I've gone direct to the paper, and literally because it's raised, you can actually pick out the areas that are raised and colour them in. So again, I think I went with the mid-tone just to give it a bit more depth there. So all the flower petals, all the leaves, just to actually bring this out and make it more of a feature rather than it just being, I wanted to bring it to the foreground rather than it being in the background. So I'm not going to go around the whole thing. Again, I've got one that I've done already for you, but with that embossing being raised, it's quite easy to literally just go over the top of it with your pens and pick up even those little stalks. Because they're raised and you've got the bullet nib on there, it's really quite easy, and it's just so thorough. This is what I was sat outside doing at the weekend when it was nice. Just sat colouring away to my heart's content. My husband kept bringing me a drink out. And I was
that's
sold.
all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's just what you need, isn't it?
Not an alcoholic drink, because I don't do much alcohol, but just a nice drink. But when you've got it all coloured in, you can see there how it just jumps to life from being lovely embossing, don't get me wrong, but you're getting something that's more of a feature there. So that's going to be the front element of our card. Now the card itself, again, apologies for the craft card, because I made these in a different order. And then when I picked them out to do them in an order that went through from beginners to advanced, I ended up with 2 lots of craft card together.
Okay.
I don't think I've used it again after today, after this one. So again, 6.5-inch square, but I've actually extended it and kept it full width. So it's 8 1/4, which is the width. So across here, this is the width of our UK A4. In the US, it's 8.5. So again, it still wouldn't matter to leave it at 8.5. You'd just end up with a slightly deeper and pocket. Sort of, this is the bit that pops up in the middle here. So another 1/4 inch on this won't make any difference. So if you're working with US size, still leave it at the width and then cut it at, did I say 6.5? Yeah, 6.5. And then what I've done, you can see on one part of it, I've got my tape, but I've just put it around the sides and the bottom so that this part stays open. So let's get that stuck together to start off. And then I've got some basic matting and layering using those papers. And again, I thought this one was fairly straightforward as far as cards go, and it's a nice little addition. So again, what I tend to do here is just pop them together, make sure everything's lined up. If you're not sure, you can use the lines on your, if you've got the grid on your mat.
Yeah.
And then literally get them together, and you'll find that they meet beautifully in the middle. And then once you're happy with those, you can just give that a squeeze and get that stuck down. So that's how that piece works in the middle, but because we only put the tape round the edge, it leaves this bit open to pop something inside, okay?
Perfect.
So it's a nice little trick. So again, mats and layers. I'm just going to do a bit with that embossing folder again, that wood grain one, and again it just shows you you know, different ways of using it. I've got one piece ready, but I've actually trimmed my piece here to fit on the inside, and I've just used a little corner punch to round the corners on there, just to round those off. And again, I'm going to pop this, let me have a look, I've got one done already, so that one's going to go on that side there. So this one's going to go on this side, so I want my rivets on that corner, so I'm going to pop it in there. That was just a bit of, I do talk to myself all the time. I'm crafting, honestly. My husband will be like, "Are you talking to me, love?" No, I'm just talking to myself.
I just do that generally in life, and talk to myself around the house, talk to the dog. Scary when the dog answers back.
Talk to the dog a lot, bless her. One of them's deaf, so I still talk to him even though he can't hear us anymore. My little Yorkie's as deaf as a post, bless him. The only thing he manages to hear is if we clap, because I think he picks up the vibration.
Oh, is that right? Like a bat?
Yeah, so you're like a seal at the back door at 11 o'clock at night, clapping away to try and get him back inside because he's meandering around the garden.
I bet the neighbours love you, Jan.
Oh yeah, it's like, what on earth is she doing, you know?
We've just put details on the screen of your embossing, your stamp and embossing folder collection with 25 elements. I think if you're on a budget today, this is one certainly to bear in mind, because of course with that you are going to get the embossing folder, the textured wood embossing folder, and that foliage wreath as well, and those 2 sets of stamps included as well, which is your Simply Thankful and then your We Can Do It as well. So that's a lovely price actually. If you can't stretch to the big bundle today, that's a really, really nice price, and actually a really, really sort of craftable bundle as well. There's be plenty that you can be doing with that. So for under £15 or $24 today, that might be the one that you want to go for. Just a suggestion.
So all I've done there, again, just to bring out that embossing, is add a little bit of the grasshopper ink and then a little bit of the Friar Brown. And as I say, no rhyme nor reason why one's water reactive and one is an opaque ink. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the cloth and just wipe that excess up so that I don't get it on my card there, and then we'll pop this together. So that piece of 12-inch square paper that I cut up has actually created my mats and layers for the inside. So you can see there are 2 more pieces of it here, and what I wanted to do was have one of them on the left hand side with the detail in the bottom corner, and then I've just turned this one so that the detail's up in the top. So we'll use the wet glue to pop these in, and as I say, the cardstock is from the paper pad that's in the collection. For the one that I did as a sample, I used that lovely olive green, and then this one I've chosen that lovely, it's like an apple green.
Yeah.
So you get 2 different shades in there to work with the collection. So we'll pop all these on here, and then we're going to put the one with the embossing folder on the front. So again, the collal works nice with these because it's set so well, it gives them some sort of structure. So it's a nice sort of finished project. So that's that one. And then I've got the panels to go on the inside. So we'll stay with the wet glue. So when I've embossed, I like to use the all-purpose because it sinks into the debossed side. So you know you're going to get a really nice finish on there. So that is that one. And then on this side, we've got the same again. So I've got one that I've already done at home, exactly the same thing, just adding that little bit of ink just to bring that wood grain effect out. So that one's going to go on that side there. And then that glue just takes a second or so to dry, but will be good to carry on. And then on the front, we're going to have that lovely panel that we've done with the embossing. And then I'm going to show you the little seed packet. And what I've chosen for that is a piece of from the vellum pad. So again, you've got lovely designs in there that all coordinate with the paper pad. So we'll leave those to dry for a second or 2. And then I'm going to bring in, and it's in Let Love Grow. That's the one that we need. So the die set in there, you've actually got this piece that creates your little seed packet. So what I've done is literally just taken a piece of the vellum out of the pad. I've just cut it down. I need my plates again just to cut this out. I'm going to pop a little bit of tape to stop it sliding around. Okay, and then again, normal cutting sandwich.
Yeah.
So I think this is the only one that won't fit through the mini.
Yeah.
But again, goes on your junior plates beautifully.
Nice little addition as well, isn't it? Because if you're making a card for somebody, particularly somebody who's into their gardening and maybe growing their own bits and pieces, it's nice to have a card with a little surprise inside. Put some seeds in there.
And I think even, these days, I mean, it's my youngest daughter's birthday tomorrow, and what do you want? Oh, I don't know, Mum, I don't know. They're getting to an age now where they'd rather have the cash so that they can go and choose something. But, there was a time where you used to open a card and a note fell out.
Yeah.
But, why not just make a little gift pocket like this to put, even if you're giving cash? It's just the right size to actually pop, a folded note in there if that's what you so choose.
Or if you're like me and still got a checkbook, you can fold up a check. But I've still got a checkbook. I find it handy because a lot of the time with the kids' stuff for school and that, sometimes the kids' school still accept checks. It's easy just to send the kids in with a check.
I don't even know where my checkbook is. It's that long since I've used it. So when you use the die, you're automatically getting the cut edge, but you also get the score lines in here. So I folded it in half, and then along this side, you're going to get your glue tabs. So literally just pinch it along those score lines, And then I like to reinforce those folds with my bone folder.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually going to use my tape runner for this. There's a lot of sort of, you know, things show through on vellum. It's not easy, but with this one having a pattern on, it's not so bad. So I'm literally going to pop the tape runner along the edge there. Okay, and then I'm going to close the bottom one onto it and put my tape along that glue tab. Just make sure that I've not gone over the edge and stuck it to the packet, because we need that to be free. And then literally fold this one over until it lines up on the edge there. Whoops. There we go. And then once you're happy with that, you can just give everything a burnish into place. And then your last fold is on the top there for your flap. And there's a little tiny, even down to the last detail, there's a little gap here that you're literally going to tuck the top of your packet.
Everything thought
inside. And you've got that gorgeous little packet then. It's so simple to do. You know, you could batch make these and have them ready if you were making little gift cards to put inside them. And that's literally then going to slot, and whether you want to have it stood up tall or whether you want to have it laid down, it's just going to sit inside that little piece there that we've left open as our gift card. And then I've just got a bit of decoration. So I was playing with the goose there.
Yeah.
And then from the truck, these are the other two sections from the truck one that we used at the beginning.
Oh, yes.
So you've got that lovely little row of bunnies, and then you've got the flowers. So I just thought, you know, these would make nice additions. We're going to pop those on the inside. So again, I'm just going to reach for that tacky glue just to stick these down. The reason I've not done as much with my sticker maker is that my cartridge has run out, so I need to replace the cartridge in it. So usually I'd have a lot of these. There were bits of it done, but I thought, oh, bother.
Oh, by the way, something just cropped up, and it's a question that I thank you for reposting. I didn't answer this because we obviously got on to doing other bits and pieces. Pamela wanted to know, the alcohol-proof ink pads. Hang on, let's get this right. Did Jan answer whether Pebble is the lightest of the alcohol-proof inks? Is Pebble the lightest? It is.
Yes, it is. I thought it was the other way around when I first got them. But yeah, Pebble's the lighter one, Rustic Brown's the darker one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, whether that's the water reactive or whether it's not the water reactive, whether that's the waterproof one or the alcohol-proof one. They're both the same colours, yeah.
Excellent.
So again, I've used one of those sentiment dies. So in this one, we've got the word, and you can see these are a decent size for you to be able to incorporate them. I wanted this to be sort of the focal point on the front. So in this case, my gift card was going to somebody to say thank you.
Yeah.
So again, because I've run out of these are the kinds of things that I would normally put through the Xyron to make them sticky, but it's amazing how much we rely on it. I need to dig another cartridge out for it.
I've only ever seen it once in the whole time that I've been here.
Yeah, they're very elusive.
Yeah.
When they come in, they literally fly out. People buy them in bulk, I think, and for good reason, because as soon as we get them in, we sell them out. It used to be the same when I worked at the store.
Yeah.
We could never keep them. No sooner had we filled the shelf with them, they'd gone again.
It was literally, I think, about 6 months before I saw one, and then I think they'd literally gone within about a couple of days.
Yeah.
That was it. Really, really quickly.
So yeah, I'm just going to put that in the centre of there, and then the little goose was just going to be an extra feature, because you can. There's all these little animals to play with. I just stamp them all out on a piece of cardstock. Just get all the stamps out of the kit, stamp them all out, whether you need them or not, and then I sit and colour them in. And then I decide what I'm going to use on my projects, and any that I don't use, I just pop back in the relative packets so that they're there if I need them on another occasion. So I'm going to pop him on the bottom there. Sorry, excuse me. You can see where I'm heading with that. The only thing I've done then to the sample was to just add some pearls around the centre of the flowers and a little bow at the top. But you can see this one's got that lovely olive green versus the apple green on that one, both from that pad. Okay, and then again, when you open it up, you've got that little gift card element inside. All right.
Absolutely stunning.
Fabulous.
The love for the demos, again, as always, when Jan is in town, is off the chart. What a great way to present a gift card, says Karen. Love the card design, says Dana on YouTube. Jan, you are making me fall in love with this collection. It's a great day to jump in and grab it, Dana. It really is. And Joe just saying, I always save Jan shows because she's such a good teacher. Thank you for giving us measurements, Jan. Yes, always nice, isn't it? Always useful. Thinks of everything, Jan. I tell you what. And Karen just saying, I bought a set of tweezers just because Jan uses them. Oh. Lol. She's my idol.
Oh, bless. Thank you.
That's brilliant. You reach
idol status.
I
do use my tweezers a lot, I must admit.
Get those comments still coming in. Any more questions as well? But this is that mega bundle. £140 or $170 for the full collection. It is absolutely glorious. All of the stamps and dies and embossing folders that you would need. Do you want me to show you the boards again? Well, we're going to have to move on. I've just been told we are running out of time, but basically you've got all of the dies that you've seen. Those are the die sentiments, all of the beautiful paper pads. You've got the stamp and die sets, the dies, the embossing folders. It's the full bundle. If you want to break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks, you've got the ability to do that as well. But what I would say is if you can stretch to that full bundle today, absolutely go for it because it's a wonderful collection. Something else which you definitely need to go for today is our Star Buy. This is available to you at an unbelievable price, but for 48 hours only. We've got a full bundle for you. However, if you want to break it down individually, you can do because the individuals are also half price. So let me just show you here the color blends. We've got the primaries available. The price is amazing. So normally $24.99 or $34.95. You have got the primaries for $12.49 or $17.47. These really are top notch, and you've seen them in action already today with our Jan. It is all about the premium performance that you get with these, whether you're using these individually, whether you're going to be using these in conjunction with your alcohol markers as well. However you want to use them, they are phenomenal. Your primaries brings you all of these glorious colours, 24 for $12.49 or $17.47. If you're platinum, that's ridiculous, £9.99 or $13.98. I tell you what as well, if you're shopping for someone too, these are a great gift idea, and at this sort of price, someone who knows their craft is going to think that you have been very, 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 very generous. You will know differently that you're getting that half price deal. So those are your primaries. Then on top of that, also on a half price deal, we have got your naturals for you as well. Again, the colour palette here is phenomenal as we go through your snow, through your lemongrass and clementine. You've got your alpine, sort of all your yellows and oranges and greens in there. It's a wonderful collection once again. And once again, half price, £12.49 or $17.47. £9.99 for platinum members, or if you're shopping with us in the US, again, that price was $13.98. Those are your naturals. The florals, I think these are absolutely stunning once again. 24 within this collection. Again, half price for you, but only for the next 48 hours if you want to jump in and grab those. Again, $12.49 or $17.47 on that half price deal. Then we've got your essentials. Again, just to show you all of those glorious colours. Oh, there's a couple that have been used more than others in that collection. You'll get a full unused collection when you get yours home, but again, a wonderful colour palette in there, from your linen and your cream through to your canaries and pumpkin, your jade, your pewter, and also your black included in there too. Half price, or if you want to go for the shade and tone, also available for you on a half price deal. All the individuals available, half price, and we do have that bundle for you as well. So the great thing is with this, if you've been watching the colour blends just now and you're thinking I'd like to give them a go, you can go for one of the sets for £12.49 or just over $17. However, if you know and love these already, or you're already thinking, well, this is phenomenal, go for the full bundle because there is slightly better value in getting the whole bundle together. And to get it for that price today, we always say it's not that often that you see deals like this when it comes to our Spectrum Noir products. I would say snap this one up right now, grab it with both hands and get it. If you're not grabbing it right now, certainly get it in the next 48 hours because that's when this deal ends. £62 or $87. Take another 20% off that if you're platinum as well. And that is ridiculous. £49.60 or $69.60. So it is a super buy today. Let's give you time to check out your baskets, because I know it's one of those shows, particularly as I say, when Jan is in town, you get engrossed with the demos you don't want to miss, and before you know it, you're thinking, oh, I've got stuff in my basket, I've not checked it out. Now is the time to get your baskets checked out, and we'll come back with more demos from Jan in just a couple of moments' time. Hopefully that break was really informative for you and you learnt a lot. Gremlins in the system. Gremlins in the system. Oh, I just watched it on the other screen. No, we can't bring it to you currently. But listen, get your baskets checked out right now and let us get ready to see some more demos with Jan, because I know she's got at least another 2, potentially 3 to squeeze in. That's what it was, you see. Our automated system, which plays out the videos, wants to see another demo. It's like, no, I'm not playing any videos today. I want to see another demo with Jan, please. So that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Are you ready for another demo, Jan?
I'm ready for another demo, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, I know the system does play up from time to time, doesn't it? I was just sort of sticking my pieces on just so that I could show you the main element. But we're going to actually create a gift box with this one. So you can see here I've got the beginnings of. And for those of you that were watching me, I think it was last time I was here, I did that reinforced lid on the boxes, which allows you to use a cardstock that's maybe not as heavy weight as what you would do normally. So I've put my base together and I've just used normal stamping card for this one. So this is quite a decent weight. And I've used a piece of that lovely paper, again from that paper pad. It's beautiful. And then I've taken some of the pattern, the textured card from the paper pad. But because it's not quite as heavy, and what I mean by reinforced is that when this is put together, the edges are going to be double thickness. So the fact that the lid has been taken on and off your box, this actually gets a bit more wear. So as far as actually measuring this out, it's the same as a normal box, other than those last glue tabs at the back there. And literally all I've done, this is 1 inch deep, so I've added another inch on the width and another inch on the depth that way, and that is it. As far as to which bits to cut out, then as I say, if you look at the show last time I was here, which I think was the 30th of May, I think it was that one, I did actually show you how to put this together and cut the corners and everything. If not, on my Crafters Companion Facebook page and also on Instagram, I actually put some instructions as to how to do this and show you which bits of this to cut away to make the tabs and everything. So it's there sort of, if you scroll through, you'll see it. So I was literally just the pieces of paper that I'd got left from cutting that piece out for the centre, I've literally just used to make some decoration for the edges, and I'm going on the middle one. So this is going to be the top part of the box here. Yeah, so we actually want the pieces of paper on the middle section because that last section is going to fold inside. Okay. And again, I've said this many times, I do prefer to actually decorate my boxes while they're flat, because
otherwise you squish them, can't you?
Otherwise you've not got a full surface to work on. So on the top of the box, I've used my craft knife to just measure and cut the aperture out. And again, I've popped some acetate in the top there. So that's that part sorted. And then I've done another layer, and this is just some cardstock from my stash. I just wanted something that was a bit lighter. And again, I've used the craft knife, cut a frame out with the inside aperture is the same as the one underneath it. And then again, I've put acetate in there. You can just see it catching the light. Yep. And then I've also, this is the reverse of that lovely daisy print. So I've popped this because I wanted an area that we're going to build, and we're going to use that lovely May Your Day bloom. So we're going to create this lovely shape with the vase and the flowers on the top of here as a gift box. So I'm not going to do the stamping out on that because I've literally done this, the stamping and colouring at the ready. My actual sticky machine was still working at this point, look, because I've got this one already. And then it ran out on me part way through. But I'm actually going to pop a shaker element in the top of the box, which is why I've got this bit ready. Oh my goodness, loads of foam there, Ben. Let's hope it's behaving, eh? All right, so we're actually going to have a shaker element. The reason I've put this across the middle is because I didn't want the shaker bits going in this side. There's no point in them hiding. I just wanted them in the window here. So we're going to have a shaker element in the top, and then we're going to build that lovely little vase in its sort of container with the flower spray on the top. All right, so I'm going to do all that before I actually put the box together.
Perfect.
So let's have a look then, let's have a think. First thing we need to do, and I'm sort of holding my breath, is get the tape off the rest of here. So you might want to chat amongst yourselves.
Well, I'm going to, because I know how awkward this can be.
If you're watching me, it doesn't work.
Pam just saying, yeah, everyone watch me, don't watch Jan, yeah? Love the idea of the pocket for gift cards or a note that, for the previous demo, says Pam. Thank you, Jan. And lots of chat now on the socials about the colour blend pencils. That is our star buy. Honestly, I can't impress on you enough just what a great deal that is. And you guys are echoing that sentiment as well, with Dieta just saying, I have all 4 tins of the colour blend pencils. I love them. Hannah says, I purchased the new sparkle markers yesterday. Can't wait to get those. Those will feature a little bit later on for you as well. And Catherine Baker on YouTube just saying the colour blends are worth every penny, as they really add such dimension and life to your colouring. This deal is a must buy. That is Catherine Baker saying that, not me. I mean, I know I've already said that a zillion times, but it's when you guys are echoing what we're saying. If you're kind of one of those people that sat on the fence, you go, shall I, shan't I? You know, I say it, you guys are saying it back. It must be true. You've got to jump in and grab them today. If not the full bundle, the individuals, because £12.99, what was it, £9.99 for Platinum members, or $13.98. It's a try me price. It really, really is. Have I distracted enough, Jan? Have you peeled off all of the backing?
Good.
Nobody
I've
noticed?
Sorted it out. Yes,
good.
I'm good. So I literally popped a little shaker mix together at home, which has got all sorts of bits and pieces. There's a bit of gold, a bit of cream, some little stars in there. Just mix that together. And what I like to do is actually pop this onto my project so that I can then invert this over the top. So I want them in this top corner just here. So we're literally going to empty that as much as we can into that top space there. Just spread those out a little bit, but make sure that they're not going over the edge of the cardstock. And then I'm going to pop this one down so that that traps those. And I'm just going to line up the inside of that aperture there, and then make sure that that's all stuck down. And I just added a little bit of tacky glue to my foam tape.
Yeah. Because
it's a shaker and it's going to literally get shaken about, it just adds another layer of sort of stickiness, and make sure. And then we've got those are going to be in that. Stuck. We've got a few escapees not stuck at that side for some reason. There we go. Stick down. I'll not shake it too hard then, all right? And then again, we're going to go with that lovely bouquet. So on your stamp set here, if I show you that on the back of there, all right, you can see here we've got all the different elements. So you've got those lovely poppies there.
Yeah, gorgeous.
You can see the little, this one's like a bluebell. Okay, You've got the lovely, I don't know what this one is, the frondy one.
Frondy one, we'll call it.
The frondy one, yeah.
Frondy.
And then you've also got your metalwork to cut a lot of these out. And again, this one is a lovely little die. So I cut this out in white and then just coloured it with my pen, so you can see there.
Yeah.
And then also you've got a little solid leaf as well, which I've cut out of some green cardstock, along with another solid piece. So again, lots of different bits and pieces, and you build it how you wish. Yeah. So I've actually put the jar, or whatever you want to call it, onto some cardstock and then mounted it on. Told you I'd gone mad with the foam pads today.
No, seriously.
I know, I'm just setting myself up, aren't I?
You've done very well with them so far.
They are behaving today.
With my distracting techniques, Jan.
Yes, perfect.
Nobody would have noticed
today. They didn't realise they weren't being watched.
That's it.
So I'm literally going to pop this on here, and I've raised that on foam pads so that the other bits and pieces can fit inside. In fact, I ought to have waited to stick that top bit down. I'm just going to leave my tweezers or something underneath there for a second, because I want to slot, the stems in.
Yeah, exactly right.
So again, however you want to do this, there's no sort of set. And again, we've got those lovely builder bouquet on later. So if this is your kind of thing, then be watching later on at 7. I can't wait to play with those. I had a day yesterday just literally stamping and colouring, Ben.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't, like I said earlier, I can't really call it work. It's just a doddle. honestly.
Yeah, and like you say, later on, the Builder Bouquets, if you missed the launch of that yesterday, you are going to be in for a treat. Because again, it's kind of crafting made easier for you. The fact that you get all the glorious stamps and the dies to be able to cut out all of the different flowers. You can become your own paper craft florist. And actually, we had yesterday real florists messaging in just saying how much they loved the Builder Bouquet collection. There was one lady, forgive me if you're watching, I can't remember your name, but you said you've been a florist for 35 years.
Oh, wow.
And just saying how great the collection was and how nice it is to be able to kind of flower arrange in paper craft.
Oh, wow, that's lovely, yeah?
Yeah.
So again, I'm just being gentle with these because when they've been through the Xyron, that sticky is very sticky. But again, you've got, bits of foliage that you can pop in there. Just literally build it where you want it. There's no sort of set pattern as to how you should do it. It'll probably look different every time you put these together. And this is like a little mini version of the one that we've got coming up later.
Yeah.
So again, I've just got different bits of foliage there. I want a little bit under the back of there. I'm rubbish at flower arranging.
No!
They always laugh. To say that I'm creative with paper, if anybody does buy me flowers, it's a case of out of the wrapper into the vase, and that's the extent.
Yeah, pour in the little bit of flower food that they give you with it. Yeah, that's
and
it.
Yet my mum, bless her, she was brilliant with she used to do bridal bouquets with fresh flowers. When we had the bridal salon, honestly, we used to go down to the market first thing in the morning and pick up the fresh flowers to use. And she made it look so easy, but I didn't gain that skill from her. I really didn't.
Oh, Debbie Fisher yesterday was saying she likes doing a bit of flower arranging. But what was the flower that she said she always found used to go a little bit floppy? Tulips. And then somebody messaged in to say that if you find you get floppy tulips, all you need to do is stick a little pin in behind where the bud is to keep it upright so it doesn't flop.
Right.
Tip from one of the flower arrangers out there. But yeah, I think you've done a great job at doing paper craft flower arranging there, Jan.
Well, it's be hoped so, isn't it, if we've got some more on later?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because if not,
I've got plenty of practice.
We're in big trouble.
So what I've done then, now I've got everything where I wanted it to be. I think we're stuck together now. Your corners go together as normal, so as if you were just making an ordinary box, which we've done loads of times. There are loads of demos. Just making sure you've got that angle on the corner. And then the next piece that I've left is going to fold inside to make that edge stronger. So again, I've put, just make sure that that's all stuck down. I've put some tape just on this inside here. And again, we're going to take that layer off. And then this one's going to fold inside. And all it does is just add a double width to those edges, so it gives you a little bit more sort of sturdiness with a cardstock that's maybe not as thick as what you would normally use. And this is actually a piece from that paper pad, Ben, from the Farmhouse paper pad. So it means that you can utilise it in a way that's not just matting and layering. So I'm just going to take those last pieces off there, and then we can pop the lid over the bottom and we're good to go. So I've got those last two pieces there. Just to take that tape off. You can use your tape runner in advance. You can use wet glue for this. You can use your red line tape, whatever your preferred method is. For some reason I chose to put tape on there, which is cooperating slightly but not greatly.
You see, now I'm not
I set myself up for it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That's it. And then literally fold these two inside. And you've got that nice strong lid now that's now going to fit on top of your gift box.
That's brilliant.
And you've got all those lovely shaker elements inside there. And this piece is out of the back of the vellum paper pad.
Yeah,
it's got loads of pop out images, sentiments, little decorations in there. So that was it just went in nicely with the colour scheme there. But yes, just to show you that lovely May Your Day bloom on that one.
Could that one be the demo of the show? We'll be getting you to vote, I would say, in the next 10 minutes or so. Loads of love for that one as well, actually. I'll just show you the boards for this one in just a second as well, because I think a lot of people are liking the smaller bundles as well. Yolanda just saying, save this live, so when I get a chance, I can make some of those cards and boxes. Beautiful boxes, Jen. I love it. Shaddai just saying, using the tweezers is a game changer for me, Nana Jan. Thanks for sharing this, your demos. Now I have 3 in my stash. No more accent accidents with my tiny bits. The tweezers work perfectly.
Brilliant.
And Catherine just saying, Jan, that box would be a brilliant gift on its own. The details on the screen that we've got there are the stamp and embossing folder collection. I just think if you love this collection, you're wanting to go for it today, but you can't stretch to the full bundle, I reckon of the smaller bundles, this one I think is my favourite because you've got all of the different stamps in here and you've got those 2 fantastic embossing folders as well. So it does give you a lot of scope and a lot of craftability as well. And for under £15 or $24 less, another 20% if you're platinum, I think it's a really, really nice collection to go for if you are on a bit more of a budget today. So you're going to get the We Can Do It stamp set. The lady there with her victory rolls and the farmhouse and all those other bits and pieces. I love the We Can Do It sentiment that you get with that as well. And love makes a house a home. You've also got these Simply Thankful stamps that we've seen on the show as well, with the bunnies, with the little goose and the little baby ducklings there as well. You've got the cockerel and the big box of vegetables too, and then you've got those 2 embossing folders as well. That foliage wreath, which is just quite simply beautiful, that's yours within the collection, along with the textured wood embossing folder as well. Great price for $14.36 or $23.84 today. That's the one to go for, I think, if you're looking for one of the smaller bundles. Also proving really, really popular, and I'm not surprised at all because the price is phenomenal. The Sarah Buddy Bag. This is a great deal for you today. £5.99 or $7.99. If you love your pens, particularly your tri-blend, this is absolutely perfect for that because that will store up to 24 of those nice and easily for you. And again, just dispenses them nicely for you too. So when you are using these at your crafty workstation, you can see all of the pens that you've got and use them with ease. You've got that plastic container in there as well to keep them nice and safe. All folds over nicely with that hook and mesh system. And you've got a really handy little bag to take with you should you be going out and about. Maybe you want to do a bit of al fresco colouring like our Jan has been doing recently with our al fresco crafting. Get out and about in the sunshine and enjoy some crafting. That's where the Totally Tiffany products really are super. And again, why this buddy bag is proving very, very popular. Lots of you into your colouring, lots of you into your Spectrum Noir products, lots of you into Totally Tiffany. Ticks all the boxes. $5.99 or $7.99 is that deal. Right, we have got all of those demos to get you to vote on in just a bit. I've got a feeling Jan will be throwing another demo into the mix. Producer Johnny has just told me we've got an amazing demo coming up in just a minute. No pressure, Jan, no pressure. Never been seen before in the world,
Never been seen.
Maybe seen once before or twice. But Johnny says never seen before on CTV. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe seen once before.
Maybe once.
On CTV.
No, I haven't done it before. Let's go with that one.
The first time Jan's ever done this demo before on CTV. On a Tuesday at 4:35. Find out what it is next. We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Loads of you telling me, by the way, during the break, that you've bought the Mega Collection when it launched. If you did buy it, please send in your pictures of what you've made. We would love to try and show a few of those before the end of the show. Kathy, one of those, just saying, I purchased the Mega Collection when it was launched. I love it. So many uses possible with this collection. Well worth the price. So again, you know, if you're looking for other people to say how much they love this collection, there you go, from Kathy Leah. Lots of love for the Sarah bag as well. Again, if you are looking to purchase something today on a bit of a budget, that Sarah bag is proving very popular. Patty just saying, I love that Sarah bag. I have multiple bags for my tri-blend nib and brush markers. I also bought them for my granddaughters to put their tri-blend markers in. Inexpensive storage that doesn't take up much room. And Joe and Marie Romero on YouTube just saying, what an awesome Sarah Buddy bag. Something for everyone on this show. If you are one of those people like Kathy, by the way, who's already got the collection, I would imagine you might want to jump in and buy more of the consumables, because I would think that, you know, when we launched this, it was a few months back now actually, but you're probably running out of your paper pads. So this is a brilliant opportunity to jump in and stock up again. So we've got the full collection, which brings you your vellum, your card and your paper collection too. This one is your 12 by 12 pad, 42 sheets included in here. And as you've seen already with some of Jan's demos, it's a wonderful collection. I love the fact that it's double-sided, the fact that you've got loads of gorgeous flowers in there. You've got lots of your patterns in there too, like your sort of gingham stripes in there. You've got elements of the farmyard built into there too. I love those daisies. Really makes me smile, does that. But it's a lovely collection, 42 sheets, as I say, double-sided. And the great thing about going for this bundle as well is not only will you get the 12 by 12 paper, but we've then got the 6 by 6 pad as well, which is it's almost like this in mini. It's just shrunk right down. It's not like Craig was describing earlier. It's not like we've chopped a chunk off the side. It is a mini version of the 12 by 12 pad. So that's really, really super handy. And again, with that, you've got 42 sheets included as well. So a lovely paper pad. On top of that, you always love it, I know, when we bring you the sort of matching textured card, and we've done that too. 230 GSM, this one, textured card, as I say, and you're going to get 30 sheets included in there. And as you can see, if I just sort of line that up with your pattern paper pad, it all works absolutely beautifully for you. Everything's been done, so it's not a case again of thinking what goes with what. You know, all of the colours that we selected to go with your textured card, so it works perfectly with the pattern papers that you get in the collection too. And then on top of that, the pièce de résistance is your 60 sheets of vellum. And again, it's all done beautifully, all matching absolutely perfectly with your papers. So it's a case of, I think, really jumping in and grabbing this if you've already got that full collection, because you're running out, aren't you? I know you are. And also a case of, if you are going for the mega bundle today, maybe you do want to jump in and add more of these in, because these will go. The vellum pad, by the way, as you're just seeing here, this is the one that contains some of those beautiful tags and borders and little sentiments in there too that just simply pop right out of the cardstock as well. $51.26 or $62.24, saving £12.70 or $15.56. If you're a platinum member, again, 20% comes off that price on screen. Right, let's get in one more demo, I think, and then we will get you to vote for your demo of the show. And this is maybe the first time ever seen before demo, which you might well have seen before, but you haven't seen Jan do it on CTV, but somebody else might have done it, and it's probably been done a few times elsewhere, but we're very excited to see what it is. Demo with Jan.
No, I hadn't done this before, and I'd seen someone else do it, and then I'm not sure, but I think Sarah did it last week.
Oh.
And she said, I don't know what they call it. Now, I do know what they call it, so we've gone one up from there, but we're going to use that Let That Love Grow again. We've got that, this is the one that had the seed packet in that I did earlier, but I'm going to use the little note card here, and I'm going to use the watering can as well out of this one. So this is what we've actually made, and it's called a bay window card, purely because the shape of it, when it stands up, you've got that bay window. So it stands beautifully on its own, and then this bit just tucks underneath, and when you actually bring it out, apart from the fact that I've popped some foam pads inside, it folds reasonably flat, and it's a 6-inch square. Now you can make them any size, you can make a tall one, it's the same idea, the same principle no matter what you do, but literally just bring this one up and slot it underneath. And again, you've got room inside to actually write a message if you wish, or if not, you can mat and layer the back of your card to do that. So to start off with, you need 2 pieces of 6-inch square cardstock. Now the back one remains just flat as it is. The top one, we're actually going to score in the scoreboard. And we're going to put a series of score marks in there. We're going to do a 1/2 inch to start off with to make the piece that joins to the back. So this is sort of going to become the spine. And then we're going to go to 2.5, and then I'm going to jump to 3.5, and then I'm going to jump to 5.5. Whoops, in the right track. So what I've done essentially is creating a 1/2 inch one, a 2-inch panel, a 1-inch panel, a 2-inch panel, and another 1/2 inch. So it's like even across the actual cardstock. So what we're going to do is fold this one to make a valley fold, so the little one at the edge becomes a valley, and again, wherever you've folded and creased it, pop your bone folder in there, and we're going to fold the other one at the other side as a valley.
Okay.
So the little thin skinny ones at 1/2 inch are just valley folds. The other 2 are going to go away from you and make mountain folds. And again, once you've got those in place, just give them a burnish so that that cardstock knows what you want it to do. All right, and that's created the format that makes the front of that card. So you can see there how it moves and how it creates that shape with what's called the bay window. So I've done that at home, and I've actually started popping some of the mats and layers because there's a few pieces of paper to cut to go in it. So if you're matting and layering in here, like I'm going to do the front, I've done the inside already. Literally, I've just used paper for this because there's so many different layers. I haven't done a mat, I've just done the layer with the pattern paper. So just take your measurements again. So this one's 6-inch by 2-inch, 1/4 inch down, so 5 3/4 by 1 3/4 for your panels. So just take them that 1/4 inch down, and you've got your panels on the go. So I've chosen this particular one. All right, so I've literally got panels for the front now, and the other one was actually one of the other designs with the spot on the back.
Oh yeah.
So let's just get those in place first of all.
Just whilst you're sticking, lots of love for the paper pads. Joanne just saying, I love the paper pad, bought the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6. Ooh, says Joe, ooh. I love that vellum. And Hannah saying, did Ben just say if we want our paper pads? Does he know who we are? I didn't mean paper pads per se, because I know you've all got zillions. I meant, you know, if you run out of the ones from this particular collection. Because I know, not just any paper pads, I know that's like never going to happen. And Jen C just saying, I love that mega bundle. I've also bought 5 extra paper pads. There you go, Jen, just proving the point that we know that you'll never run out of paper pads per se, but maybe of this particular bundle. Joe and Marie Romero just commenting on this demo saying, how fabulous, Jan. I've never seen a card like this. That's what we were saying. World exclusive kind of sort of thing. And they'll be saving this video for later on to make it. So there you are.
And then this one, because this was in a 1/2 inch one, I've just cut a little 1/4 inch strip from some of the plain. And again, this is from the paper pad, the textured card, which I've used throughout it. So if I flip this over now, on this side, I've actually put my tape, and we're going to stick this to the back piece now. So just line up the corners on that left-hand side, and that's actually going to be effectively the spine. So you've now got your sort of makings of your card there. Now, in order for this piece to work, we need a stopper at this side. So again, I've just taken what was left from my piece of, this was from the 6-inch pad, 6-inch square. So I've just trimmed down the last piece, and I've actually made a panel to go on the other side. And this has actually got double-sided, not double-sided, what am I on about? This has got foam tape on. Is what I wanted to say. Because you want to raise it. It's going to act as a stopper, a little bit like when you're doing an easel card. So we're here again. Do you know, I'm beginning to wonder if it's the temperature in here that affects the
100 degrees.
You know, because like, I do this at home and it works perfectly. And
I think it might be.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And again, I'm just for structure, I'm just going to pop a little bit of...
That's not the live TV non-workable tape, is it?
I think somebody substituted it, yeah. But basically this one is going to line up on this outside edge now with just a border around here. So there's just enough to leave a little border on the edge there, all the way around. And then I've cut another piece, which is actually, again, all the scraps that you have left over just fit nicely. So that one's going to fit in the back there. So I think I overjudged it a bit when I did all those demos earlier. So I've got 2 more, but I don't think we're going to fit another 2 in. So we'll see how we get on.
We're not going to get 2 more in.
Definitely
We've only got
not
10
going to fit
minutes
2
left.
more, have we?
Yeah.
I don't know where the time's gone.
It's flown by. The first hour particularly went so quickly.
So using the set there at the beginning that we had, I've stamped out the little note, this one, the little note card here. You can see we've got that piece here. And then just a little separate flower at the top there, I've just added for decoration. And you even get the with love that's slightly curved to fit in the middle of there, and then added a bit of colour to it. And then I wanted something to mat and layer it onto, so I've actually doctored one of our stitched nesting dies.
Oh yeah.
It was a bit taller than this, but it was too tall, so I've slit it in the middle and literally just chopped a bit out and condensed it, because once it's behind there, nobody's going to know that it's had some pieces taken out of the middle. Oh, look again. I've got foam pad happy with these this time.
You're setting yourself up for a fall, Jan. You're not helping yourself today.
Having said that, not done too bad.
No, you've been all right.
Yeah. That bit's got in the way now. So this one's going to go onto my little plaque here.
Pam just said with the problems you're having with the phone and stuff today, just said, I thought Jan was going to say, what am I like, for a second.
Now that's my partner in crime's tagline. Not seen her for ages, to be honest.
Have you not?
No, our paths don't cross very often anymore, because obviously if she's here, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm here, she's not. So if you're out there, hi. As I say, I've not seen her for a long time.
I think, from what I've been told, I think our Debbie's back in on Saturday.
Yeah?
Because I was, yeah. I shall say no more. I was about to give something away, but yes, Debbie is going to be here Saturday. Oh, and she's in with George on Sunday as well, so the Barnsley Massive will be in the house.
Oh. So I think this is, I'm just trying to remember, this is from the kit that had the vase and flowers in, the May Your Day Bloom with Happiness. So that's been taken from that one. And then all I'm going to do is pop this one on the front here. So we actually need some tape. We'll go on here. It'll be easier than doing it. So this one's literally going to stick on that 1-inch piece in the centre there.
Yeah.
Depending on where you want to position it. I'm going to pop it a little bit higher up than centre. And then pop that one down. And then all I've done just for decoration is taken one of those little stamps, and this is from that same set. You've got the little watering can there.
Yeah.
And just had so much fun colouring these up. So just because you can, little bit of extra decoration. And then this one tucks inside to create that lovely bay window effect. And as I say, it stands by itself when it's open. All right. And then opens up to reveal your message inside. Okie dokes.
Absolutely. Fantastic. I love this as well. That's just come in from Catherine, who says, Jan, this bay window card gives me an idea to cut out the panels in the sides and to use acetate and decorate with cats and curtains.
Ooh.
To make it look like my stepmom's front room. She will love it. What do you think about that?
That's a really good idea, yes. Yeah, I love using acetate on them as well.
Right, let's get the vote on your demo of the show. I wonder which one it will be. Let's get Jan to line them all up.
Do you want me to add the last one in that I was going to do? Because I've got a finished sample. Or is it just the ones that I've done in the show?
Just the ones you've done. Producer Johnny has just ruled.
Yeah, that's okay. So number one then, we used the truck at the top of the show there with the acetate behind it. So that was the first one.
Love that, number one. Yep.
Number one. Number two was the gift card. So we used that gorgeous embossing folder there. And then we had the little pop-out section in the centre for the gift card. Number 3 was the gift box. Okay.
Oh, that was a good one all.
With the shaker in. All right, so that was the gift box with that lovely vase on there. And number 4
was the world exclusive sort of card.
Was the bay window. Okay, dokes.
Ooh. Ooh. I know which one producer Johnny would be voting for. I'd never seen that either, Johnny. So I think, I mean, that is a tough one. We'll leave it with you. You've got about 3 minutes to get your vote in. Whilst we get ready for your votes, let's just recap on some of the deals. We've obviously got the main bundle of the Farmhouse collection. However, you can go for the smaller bundles. I think if you're going on a budget today and you want to get some of this glorious collection home, this is the one you want to go for, the Stampin' and Embossing collection, because there's 25 elements in total. You get those 2 really, really beautiful stamp sets included in there, which are your Simply Thankful, which is the farmyard scene with the little ducks and the chicks and the rabbit, and you've got some lovely sentiments in there as well. Lucky to call you my friend, simply thankful for all that you do and more. And then you've got the We Can Do It, which is the lady with the victory rolls there. You've got the little farmhouse and the Wellington boots. Love makes a house a home, and We Can Do It are some of the sentiments. And then you're also going to get your 2 embossing folders, your textured wood, which is stunning. We used that in the first demo that you just saw with Jan a little bit earlier, and the foliage wreath as well. It's only £14.36 or $23.84, so that is a really, really lovely one to go for, and it's not going to break the bank either. If you've got perhaps a little bit more as far as your budget spend is concerned, you might want to invest in this collection, which is the Stamp and Die collection. Again, you've seen various elements of this used throughout the show today. You've got the Flying By to Say Hi, which are your little ducks in there. You're also going to get the collection, which brings you that little seed packet, if you like. You Let Your Love Grow, which is again a collection of really, really beautiful dies and stamps. Let love grow for you. Just a couple of the sentiments that you've got in there. You've got the collection as well, which brings you the truck, which is called Enjoy the Ride, and then you've also got the May Your Day Bloom, which is the set which allows you to build that really, really beautiful bouquet. And then you've got your sentiments as well: Family Blessing, You Are Loved, and Thank You. That comes in at £59.94 today, or $70.92. You're saving £15, almost $18, and again, take another 20% off that if you are a platinum member. And then next up is the collection, which brings you all of the paper and the vellum. So again, if you bought this collection previously, there's a good chance to stock up on this. If you bought the mega bundle today, again, you might want to add more of this in, so you're not going to be running it out. However you want to do it, you're going to get the vellum, the card, and the paper collection. And remember, the paper, you get the 12x12 and 6x6 pad, which is exactly the same, obviously just in a smaller format. £51.26 or $62.24 is the price on that, saving £12.70 or $15.56. However, if you would just like the paper collection sans the vellum, then you have got that as well. £31.17 or $38.28. And also just worth bearing in mind, the Star Buy. This is only live for 48 hours. The Colour Blend Pencils bundle. Love this, and loads of you have been commenting about this collection as well. You're getting 120 pencils in total there, with your shades and tones, with your essentials. You've got your florals, your naturals, and your primaries included in there too. For a half price deal, £62, $87. Can't impress on you enough that that deal is live for 48 hours and then it will be gone. It is a Star Buy. Again, if you can't stretch to that today, you can buy the individual tins for £12.49 or $17.47, which is £9.99 or $13.98 if you're a platinum member. It works out better for you to go for the full bundle, but still great deal if you want to go for the individuals. Right, just as we await the result of the demo of the show, let us tell you what is coming up here on Crafters TV. Whoa, disco. There's some gremlins in the machine today. We're having a rave later on. Me and Jan are getting the glow sticks out. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, we've got a launch party coming up a little bit later on. We are going to be... Can you imagine me and Jan at a disco? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Jan. Yeah. Whoop. Come on. We'll have Debbie rapping in the corner, got a hip hop, a hip into the hip hop. Me and Jan giving it large like this. Coming up later on, launch party with myself and Jan, where we're going to be living it large and bringing you the Build a Bouquet collection, and also we've got the full collection of sparkle pens back in stock for you as well, newly packaged and ready for you to grab. It's a great deal coming up on that, amongst other things. And then of course tomorrow, wake up call. Joe is back in town with Craig. He'll be here with you from midday UK time or 7 o'clock on the East Coast. But I hear you cry, stop mucking about, you fool. What is the winner of the demo of the show? The winner, it says here, by miles.
By miles.
It's the world exclusive that wasn't really a world exclusive, but sort of was a world exclusive because it was the first time that me and Johnny had seen it. Number 4.
Number 4, fantastic.
Yes.
The bay window. Yep. I was just going to show you the other two that I didn't get a chance to do because we'd done the Z Fold one. You've seen us do plenty of times. So if you just look there, it was just showcasing some of the other stamps and things in there.
Yes.
So that was your traditional. That I just added a little strip in.
Oh,
I was going to show you
like
that. And then the last one was using those lovely ducks. And this was another one that again I was going to teach you how to do that lovely shutter card. But I'll bring it to another show. We'll put the concept into another show.
What do you call that? It was like an M fold.
Pardon?
Like an M fold, that
An
one.
M.
Triple
Triple
when you
shutter.
Up, it's an M.
Yeah, triple shutter card.
Wow.
It just comes out and you've got the pieces inside there, look.
Well,
But I will do it and I'll bring it to another show for you, so not miss out.
Well, Jan, thank you so much. What a truly brilliant show, as always. So many demos, loads of great hints and tips for you as well, and all beautifully explained. What I would say is, because I sometimes myself, I get lost in the trance when Jan is here, because it's so detailed. Like, just everything is there for you just to sit back and relax and watch. But if you've been like that and you've now realised you've got loads of goodies in your basket, in your cart, now is the time to be checking out. So make sure you do that, because of course you can continue to buy after the show. Thank you for joining us. Big thank you to Jan. We'll be back in 2 hours, won't we?
We certainly will. Do it all over again.
We will, yeah. We're looking forward to that. Hopefully you will be joining us as well. But as I say, if you've got something in your basket, in your car, get it checked out, and we will be back with a brilliant launch party a little bit later on. 2 hours from now, me and Jan living it large. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Whoop, whoop.